Okay, so amateur hour, we ran out of time on the recording, so picking up where I left off. This plastic piece is stiff, but it's not the best shape for your back. So it's not amazingly comfortable. Actually, now that I look at it, one thing they could do with this, but maybe this depends on the heights it has to be usable for, is move these down the backpack a bit. The closer these are to your hips, the better. You want the weight on your hips and on your butt, not on your back. So that might be one thing they could improve there. I have found these, oddly enough, they must have added this at some point, because one of the older reviews, they didn't have this. I have found this useful for airline bathroom stalls. You hang the bag on the back of the stall, because this one won't reach. So I've actually found this quite useful. This is nice for carrying it, but it might actually be a bit overkill. I'm not sure it's necessary. You don't really ever carry the bag like this. It's a freaking backpack. Wear it on your back. Wear it on your back. They might be able to get away with just this. However, this is more durable than this, and I'll show you that when I get to the failure point section. This is on one hand overkill. It's also, like, because it's got that sailcloth material, it just seems to be totally ridiculously durable, whereas this actually failed at one point for me. Okay, yeah. Compression straps. So initially I really did not like these water bottle containers. I thought they were a bit small, and I still think they're maybe a little bit small. And I think they could maybe, I don't know how exactly they would do it. Maybe they could extend it out to the seam or something like that. They could make them just a bit bigger. What I do really like is that they're like narrowed at the top, so they have a real cinch point at the top. That keeps things in there very well if you can get in. It makes it hard to get in, but it makes it hard to get out. So what I use here is just an umbrella. That's where I keep my umbrella. I have kept a rain jacket here, and what I would do is you kind of roll it flat and long like this, shove it down in there, and then wrap it through the compression straps. They should change these to make these maybe thinner and lighter, but they serve no purpose as a compression strap. I see zero reason why you should ever need to compress this bag. I've never ever once had to do it, but it can. When I had that rain jacket, it was useful for holding stuff, right? So there should be a compromise where you have something that's light that'll still hold stuff, but the need for compression it's just not there. I don't see why you would need that. I've never used it. Okay, other side, same thing. So I think we've pretty much covered the bag. Any improvements? Maybe, I haven't really gotten too much water in the bottom, but it might not be a bad idea to add something in the bottom, because I tend to set it down in concrete when it's wet and so on. But I haven't, this being said, I haven't had any problems with that. Yeah, I think these load lifter straps, they are a failure point. I'll talk about that in a minute. Otherwise, I think they work pretty well, although they can come a bit loose at times, but they're generally pretty good. Alright, so finally we're going to move to the failure points. So this is the bag that I had for 2 years, and I'm going to go through the series of failures that it had, most of which were my fault, possibly all of which were my fault. So on the first trip I carried this huge gimbal bag that was like stiff and like this wide and this long. I thought I would use it, never used it, and every time I had to get around that part of the bag, I was cranking on this part of the zipper and it snapped. And I've since snapped maybe 1 or 2 more of those. So that snapped. That was the first major failure. And that's when I discovered that one of the advantages of these little locks is they actually serve as a zipper pull. And you can really crank on the lock. They're a really strong zipper pull. I actually don't, so I guess this would be a negative. I don't like these zipper pulls. I like the original ones, which I guess they got rid of. One on here somewhere. I thought I had one on here somewhere. It's kind of more like a rope. Yeah, I'm not sure where it went, but they have one that's more like a, it's not a metal thing, it's just like a little rope with a little plastic piece. Kind of like the ones that the Osprey uses. right? So that was the first failure. The second failure, and this I think actually is a straight up defect of the bag, is these load lifter straps right here, the insertion point. So when they come into the bag, there's this plastic piece, I don't know how they're sewed into there, but they go in behind these zippers. And what would happen is, again, this is where it's kind of my fault, the bag was ridiculously overstuffed, it was 30 pounds, and me being Mr. Jock, I would go to take off the bag and I would go, boom, and I would catch it. I would catch it over and over and over again. Well, that started to pull out this load lifter strap, and if that goes out, the bag is pretty much done. You can't use it. So this is I think when they redesign it, they should make this a bit wider, or they should sew it differently. And that actually failed once. I had it repaired, and then it failed again. And the other one started to fail as well. So that's oh, here's one of the. This is what the original cords look like. So I think that is a design flaw. The good news is that I took it to a place in Serbia. It was a really good bag repair, and what they did, and this is kind of a permanent fix, because I don't know if you can see the difference. Maybe, yeah, maybe you can see the difference here. This is a little bit longer, this interval right here, and this is a little bit shortened. They took the bag apart and they pushed the cloth for the load lifter strap further down, and they sewed it to that piece of plastic. And they just murdered this with heavy duty thread. And I think this would last like another 20 years at this point. Like the fix was better than it was originally built. So it's certainly fixable, and it works totally fine once you fix it. The third failure point was the hip straps. So basically it's the Velcro that gives out. There's enough up and down and motion and whatever, not so much that you're taking them on and off, but it's the up and down and the motion that tears these little fuzzies, and eventually the fuzzies give out and they're not going to work. Before it got to that point, I was able to have the Velcro changed out, no problem. So I think that's a really easy fix. I think you can get that done in many, many places. It's not like super high skill, but it was something that you would probably need to do every year, or of like continuous travel, maybe a year. So yeah, that was that failure point. I think that's about it. I had a few more zippers. This one, yeah, this one I think failed a little bit. One of these, I think just got used too much. And then I think one of the YKK, one of these, yeah, this yeah, actually it was this one. Yeah, so for a while I just had a different end but the same thing. This is like the main, this zipper is the main zip of the bag. This is the one you will use the most. You don't use this one that much because you don't really want to zip the bag down to the bottom. You basically, you access things in the top, so you often you zip it up part way, then you put it on its end, then you move stuff around, and then you zip it. So this one gets used the most, and it eventually gave out, but it was replaced, and it's working great. It's working totally fine. So again, the zips are not perfect, but the zipper, this part here, is doing fine after 2 years. I mean, if this goes out, the bag is done, but it hasn't. So it's, once you fix this, you're pretty much back in business. So I think that's pretty much it. All in all, I love the bag. I'm still using it after 2 years. And I don't think that any of you would have the problems that I had if you don't abuse the bag. And the guy that fixed it in Serbia told me straight out, he's like, "You're abusing your bag, shame on you. This is all your fault." One reason I like Serbia is they're pretty straightforward. And he was right, but I didn't care. It's like, look, I'm not going to Tortuga for a warranty claim after 2 years. I like the bag. it's done above and beyond probably what it needs to do, and I've been torturing it, right, for 2 years. But for me, I'd rather torture a bag for 1.5 years and have it give out and get a new one than have to baby it. No, it's an object that I use. I'm going to use the hell out of it, and if it dies, and I'll get another one. But so far, it's been pretty fantastic. So I hope you like that review. I hope it gives those of you thinking about this as a long-term travel bag an idea of what potential problems that you might have, but also just how good the bag really is. So happy traveling, and reach out to me on Instagram if you want, if you have any questions about anything, any tips, any advice. Wandering Kevin 2022. If you like the review, leave a like or a comment. The channel is new, and it would be very appreciated.